motherfucking club. I'm on a video next week, motherfucking TCA. Ain't somebody getting some crazy line over there, right? He going crazy. We all on crazy hill, right? Somebody give me the bitch and nigga going crazy. Yeah, we swatted up and it's going down Broad Street. Party from the east to the California palm trees. I wanna see a shorty get down, shake it to the ground, twerk it up and down to this R&B gangster sound. Oh, Lord, no. When the turn up goes down, I'm right up in it. Hell no, I'm not going home, it's just beginning. Cause I got a pocket of G's, I throw it all with my G's. All of these women on fleek, they loving your boy because my neck and my wrist is a freeze. All drinks on me, nigga, all drinks on me. Yeah, from the RIC, everywhere I go is VIP. Yeah, you know we got it spending. These haters know we winning. No need to be offended. My money flow is endless. Throw it up for the club scene. From the east to the west and the north to the south, let me hear you scream. Now can you handle this? My niggas be good and lit. We popping them bottles and fuck with the models. Go shake it and drop it and jiggle and everybody in the club, put your hands in the air. This is what you're screaming when you know you really don't care. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. All the women on the floor, show that ass a mo. Make the niggas go around their whole money roll. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Man, chase motherfucker. This chase motherfucker, I'ma turn a bitch up. Twerk me on the floor, I ain't trying to get up. Grind like a pro, got my dick stuffed up. And frames up on this party is lit up. Everybody getting twerk, ain't no fights going on. We probably took a sleep, ain't no lights coming on. Legging with no drawers or maybe a thong. We drop off on the floor, like we trying to get it on. Get it up, turn up, everybody fucked up. Standing me hard, damn, baby, what's up? Twerking on me wild, thinking like, oh shit. So my nigga hold me up, I'm giving her all this. They four in my cup, but you know how I play. I ain't even come to fight, wanna hit the diesel leg. I'm talking too much to the flow, I'm heading back, chasing this bitch, TTE till I'm dead. Now twerk, 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 twerk. Everybody in the club, put your hands in the air. This is what you're screaming when you know you really don't care. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. All the women on the floor, show that ass some more. Make the niggas go around their whole money roll. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, yeah. My niggas keep party up without cup. Niggas talk shit, won't really give a fuck. These hating ass niggas gon' take a back seat. Brave on that case is a motherfucking beast. These niggas, they know that we always alive. As these haters act stupid, I wouldn't advise it. Not on my hip, be singing and shit. I'm on in my city and taking your bitch. I'm taking your dick, she sucking my dick. She slapping it down, I'm feeling all spit. She gobbling shit, a model of bitch. Her pussy get tight, I love when she grip. I'm sipping, I'm leaning, I'm hyping and geeking. My hating and steaming, got pussy that's beating. My niggas ain't cheating, your bitch be creeping. Her pussy be heating, I'm getting. Everybody in the club, put your hands in the air. This is what you're screaming when you know you really don't care. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. All the women on the floor, show that ass some more. Make the niggas go around their whole money roll. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, yeah.
Oh boy, that's one of my classics. That was one of my classics. What's going on, you guys? It's your boy, Brandon Bravon Towns, and it is Friday. We made it, y'all. We made it, y'all. It is Friday. Sports Plus Life, talking ish. Lord have mercy. Got me dribbling for places I don't want to dribble. Anyway, how's everybody doing? We made it, y'all. I hope everybody is having has had a wonderful week. My voice is getting there, though it may not make a difference after the show. Hey there. Hey there, gorgeous. But yeah, Yes, happy Friday. Happy Friday. My voice is getting there. So we'll see. But we got a busy show. We got a busy show because it's some things, things that we got to talk about. Now, of course, what are we going to talk about first? Obviously, Thursday night football reaction. So everybody who's on here, just hang tight, hold your horses, okay? While I talk my sports, make my predictions. Yes, it is Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Whoa. Hey, Big Daddy. Oh, whoa. Hey, what up, homie? What up, homie? How you doing? What up, homie? How y'all doing? How you living? You know, hope you're having a blessed Friday, my friend. What up, Lomar? Look, I ain't gonna hold y'all, bro. I'm tired. I'm tired. That's why I played that song because that's a that's a turn up song. Hey, you saw that, right? Hey man, I love everybody. I love everybody, but that's all. I'm sending my love out to everybody. Aloes and Chavez to you. Yes, I'm sending my love to everybody. 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 I love you all. Yeah, well, I'm going to talk about my sports, make my predictions, and then we're going to do a reaction video because there was some subjects talked about that I couldn't address, that I could not address. And some of it involves relationships, and some of it involves this crazy shit. This crazy shit. This stuff has been coming to my phone. This Gucci Man shit has been coming to my phone for like the last 2 weeks. And I'm like, okay, it is hitting my curiosity button. And so we're going to talk about that too. But again, shout out to everybody who's had a wonderful week. Happy Friday. We made it less than a week from Thanksgiving. Quick question before we get started. How many of you are finished with your Thanksgiving Day shopping? How many? Just say me, not me, whatever. How many of y'all's finished? First sip of 80 proof. Hopefully that'll get me turned up. At least energy up. I don't mean like totally turned up. Energy up. So yeah, how many people are totally finished with their Thanksgiving Day shopping? The only thing I need to get is desserts. That's it. I don't know how to make desserts. So other than that, I'm good. We're good. I got everything I need for Thursday. So last night, Thursday night football, the Houston Texans have just inserted themselves as a major player in the AFC, despite the fact that they right now are still on the outside looking in. They defeated the Buffalo Bills 23-19. Again, no CJ Stroud, backup Davis Mills. As I was asking earlier yesterday, to my prediction league folk, who you guys are going to go with? And Keith asked me. Keith said, well, is CJ Stroud playing? And I said, does it matter? And I said that because the Texans had come in here winning, 3 of their last 4 games. The only team they lost to was the Denver Broncos. You're damn right. And one thing I said, the Texans have inserted themselves as a major player in this division because in this conference, because their defense is real. Now, people, of course, being spur of the moment, saying, Houston has the best defense in football. And then I guess the statistics show that. I would still take my defense, but it is what it is. I can understand why people would say Houston, because Houston's defense is real. They sacked Josh Allen 8 times. It was 16-16 at halftime. No, 16-16. Either 16-16 or 16-13. But Buffalo could do nothing in the second half. Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter and those guys, they was out there out hunting. They said they were hyena hunting. So, Texans, they're scary. Their defense is scary. Now, as a Denver Bronco fan, am I scared of the Houston Texans? No, I'm not. I still got to get cheese, another can of yams. Don't judge me, stuffing and a thing of eggs. Oh, no judgment, bro. See, I don't eat yams. I'm weird like that. I don't eat yams, but I eat sweet potato pie. I have like damn near 60 eggs in my refrigerator. No BS. I'm ready. I got macaroni and cheese and stuff to make. And y'all know what it is with that mac and cheese. Well, some of y'all know what it is with that macaroni and cheese. So, yeah, but back to the football. The Buffalo Bills now fall to 7-4. The Houston Texans go to 6-5. And again, the crazy part is that, a month into the season, 2 months into the season, we thought we knew, the AFC South is going to get one team in, maybe two. Indianapolis, possibly Jacksonville, if they can get themselves together. And now Houston has gotten hot. Their defense is on fire. And they have all of the necessary ingredients to be a top shelf defense. It is what it is. They have all the ingredients. And the Buffalo Bills, it didn't surprise me because when I was on here on Tuesday talking with Sean about this game, Sean picked them. He picked Houston. So shout out to Sean. Now, I tried to talk myself into picking Houston, but I wanted to be safe. Shame on me. Shame on me. Shout out to Sean and shout out to Smoke. The only two people who picked the Texans to win their game last night. And they are going to be a problem. And you know what? There's a world that exists. There's a world that could possibly exist. I don't think it's going to exist to this extent. But there's a world that exists where the Chiefs, the Ravens, and the Bills could all miss the playoffs. Do I believe that's going to happen? No. But is that world getting more realistic that the Chiefs could miss the playoffs? It is. The Texans have the tiebreaker on the Chiefs. And they got to see Kansas City coming up. And what is Patrick Mahomes' kryptonite? A defense that get after the quarterback like the Houston Texans, like the Denver Broncos, like the Philadelphia Eagles. Yes, nothing would make me happier through the rest of 2025 if the motherfucking Chiefs missed the goddamn playoffs. I'm sick of them. Sick of them. Like, if the Chiefs, I'm almost conflicted because the Chiefs and the Cowboys play each other on Thanksgiving. I don't know who to root for. I'm almost at a point where I wouldn't be mad if Dallas beat the Chiefs. Nah, that's only if Philadelphia take care of their business. Only if Philly take care of their business would I not mind if Dallas beat the Chiefs. Because fuck both of them. Fuck both of them. So, oh my goodness, it is Friday. You know what time it is. I honestly, again, I was trying to cheat. I put on the song because I was trying to watch the end of Power, the end of Force. And it didn't quite work out that way because once it said showtime, I said, okay, I'm just going to have to finish the last 15 minutes of it when I get done. But I'm not going to lie to you guys. I am tired. I am tired. I really am. I don't know what happened. I made my kids cheesesteaks tonight. At first I was going to do pizza. Then I said, you know what? Hell with it. Let's make some cheesesteaks. Me and Roman went to Walmart after I got off, and we got everything we needed for the cheesesteaks. I came home, made them for the kids, went and took my shower, then made one for myself. I don't know. And it's weird because I'm tired, but it's kind of a weird feeling because I don't know if I'm tired because it's the itis, or it's kind of a feeling of, it's almost a feeling like I may be coming down with something. It's one of those feelings where I feel like when I wake up tomorrow, I may feel sick. And I damn sure hope that's not the case because me and the kids have a lot planned tomorrow. We're supposed to go to the YMCA. We're going to go to the Walmart in Ashland. I'm really
embracing this time of year, and I'm gonna do that from here on out because you know the older they get, um, the more they start to appreciate it, and that makes me appreciate it. Now, notice I said the older they get. Mhm. But no, honestly, they're in full on go mode, and the fact that everything that I have planned, for the next couple of weeks, um, my teenage son wants to be a part of, and that's so awesome. I think that's so awesome, um, because I think that's so awesome because when I was 14, I was acting 14, kind of antisocial. I had honestly around this time of my ninth grade year, at the round of this time of the time of year that Roman is in his ninth grade year, when I was in that same time period, I had so much going on the wrong way. And I don't mean to say that like I was out there starting trouble and shit like that, because I wasn't. That never was my for the most part. There was some situations that needed me to step out of character, but I say so much of stuff was going on is because I was out of character for me, but it was starting to become my character. And and I'm so happy. I always loved Christmas music, but as far as doing anything family oriented, I just wasn't down with it, So I'm just grateful that my teenage son, who is finally about to start working, Publix hit me up yesterday. He's finally about to start working. So, but I'm glad that he wants to be a part of it. He has his teenage moments where he just want to be in the car and don't say shit. And he has his days where he's totally not fond of the no electronic rule in the car, which that rule is gonna stand. But they're great. They're great. I'm not gonna get emotional. I've only had one sip thus far. Yeah. Oh, that's two. That's two. That's two sips. That's a good drink there. So yeah. So that's awesome. Now, before I'm gonna make my predictions, and then we are going to get into what pretty much everybody came on here for on a Friday. Everybody loved the Friday episode because niggas be unhinged on here. that's why. So let's make it. Well, y'all heard the beat. Y'all heard hell yeah. Let's make it dramatic. Yeah, let's make it dramatic. All right. These picks here. Pittsburgh at Chicago. Ooh, this is tough because this is two first place teams. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to play. I know Mason Rudolph is in there, but this, to me, this kind of sets up like a Mike Tomlin special. This sets up like a Mike Tomlin special. Ooh, what to do? I'm going to come back to this one. New England at Cincinnati. They're saying Joe Burrow's supposed to play? For what? Why? But okay, and I'm still going with the Patriots. Giants at the Lions. The Lions. Jackson Dart's not playing. Lions are coming off of a loss to the Eagles where they scored under 10 points. They're currently on the outside looking in. I believe the Lions are going to fucking murder the Giants. Minnesota at Green Bay. It's in Lambeau. This is going to be JJ McCarthy's first time in Lambeau. So I'm going to go with the Packers. Seattle at Tennessee. If Seattle loses to Tennessee, that's the upset of the year. Indianapolis at Kansas City. Jeez. We're desperate. Yeah. Colts. See their lead in the AFC South starting to slip. Ooh. Yeah, so it's going to be a good one.
I hate to do this, but I'm gonna pick. I fucking hate to do this, and I hope I'm wrong. I'm gonna pick the Chiefs. I'm gonna pick the. I fucking hate to do this. I fucking hate to do this, but I'm gonna pick the Chiefs. The Jets at the Ravens. Jets are gonna give them a good game, but I think Baltimore wins. Cleveland at the Raiders. Shador Sanders, first career start. Deion Sanders' son finally getting some tick. Okay. Going against the Raiders. Fuck it. I'm gonna go with Cleveland. I'm gonna go with Shador. Why not? I hope he wins. That's me rooting with my heart because I want to see young boy succeed. All right. Jacksonville, Arizona. Jacksonville, don't pull a Jekyll and Hyde. Handle your business. I'm going with Jacksonville. Philadelphia at Dallas. Oh, the Cowboy fans. Oh, they're so excited because they beat the fucking Raiders. Man, the drama with the Eagles won't stop. The drama with the Eagles will not stop. It's up, but you know what? Through the drama, they keep winning. Going with Bird Gang. ATL at the NO. I'm going with Atlanta. I don't know why I keep fucking with them, but you know. Tampa Bay at the Rams. It's a rough stretch for Tampa Bay. I'm going with the Rams. And Carolina at San Francisco. It's a good one because Carolina's a Jekyll and Hyde. And I'm going to go with the 49ers. It's hard to bet against 49ers. And let me get back to Pittsburgh versus Chicago. I'm going to go with Chicago. It's setting up for a Mike Tomlin special, but it is what it is. I'm going with the Bears because they look like a team that's ready to take that step and be a playoff team. All right, on time for the song to finish. Okay, well, predictions are over with. So now, what are we going to talk about? It is time to talk that ish. Now, you guys know that I'm a 51-50 fan. And I know a lot of people don't like Corey Holcomb because he's a bit brash, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Being blunt and painfully honest is something that honestly I believe the society needs because people are just this sugar coating shit is just especially when it comes to our people. And he had on these two women, and I listened to most of it, and I had to stop because I knew I wanted to listen to the rest with you guys. And these women, when they talk, they freaking moved me with what they were saying, and I'm not BSing because it was such grown woman talk. Now, there are going to be a lot of people, perhaps who listen to this, or perhaps who have listened to this, who are going to disagree because of it goes back to that accountability word. But let's go ahead, 51-50. Let's do it.
I wanted to piggyback on a couple of the things that she was saying. She talked about the basis of the community. And interestingly enough, you guys started the conversation talking about Chicago. And even when you and I met, I was telling you how much I love people from Chicago. I just love Chicago and the culture of it. But in the news, there was a woman who was jumped with her children, walking down the streets of Chicago. And these weren't adults that were beating her up or beating her children up. These were children. And the woman actually has I think it's sickle cell or something. She got in treatment. She was really weak. And they imposed violence upon her in front of her children and on her children as well. And all we keep seeing is a product of these environments based off of the same exact things that Crimson was saying, the breakdown of our family units. And we always have the women at the forefront of the breakdown. And no matter what we do, if we go around the circle, it always, unfortunately, and people are going to call me a pick me and say that I don't hold men accountable, but it's just the truth. it always goes back to a woman being the center of the breakdown of the family. You don't know how to respect your man. You don't know how to deal with him in the
Preach.
household. You emasculate him, which
Preach.
is going to cause him to now turn into other ways. Or you feel like I could just do this all by myself. I can depend on the government. I can do this. Me and my homegirls can raise our kids together. My homegirl gonna be my baby daddy. And you run the man outside of the children's life. So it always ends up going back to the woman at the forefront, causing this kind of dismay. Of course, we're gonna have different, variances where you have a man who's actually not paying.
How many women, excuse me, how many women out there who is listening to this has a problem with what she's saying? Or how many women out there can actually own it and say, yes, this is an issue? That's been a problem. And I know this from experience. I know this from experience. And unfortunately, I tell all of my boys, most of my boys saw exactly what the fuck happened with me. And I'm like, I don't want to see anybody go through that. I can't emphasize enough the dark place that I was in. Honestly, from 2018, that the dark place that I was in in 2018, me, giving my life to the Lord, and I'm not being funny, getting rebaptized in 2019, but still trying to hold on to a situation that was dead. And that's the reason why I never had. That's this reason why I did not hang my head after, I went and did my own thing. Like I said, does it get lonely? Yes, but I didn't hang my head because I knew I strapped my boots up, I put my gloves on, and I went to war for what I believe was right. And sometimes you just don't get the answer you want. And then got into another relationship, and Jesus. But be that as it may, for one, I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm perfect because I'm far from it. I'm not perfect at all. But one thing I will say about myself is that I will not let those experiences deter me from accepting love in my life. Now, there is one issue, and I've said this multiple times, that is when I get my home. And I say that when I get my home, it's going to be hard for me to be in a relationship because there's a lot of things that I'm just not going to compromise to, because I set a goal for myself. I set a goal. Now, okay, originally when I set this goal, it was not for myself, but I set a goal about 6 years ago. And when it's accomplished, and if I accomplish that by myself, it's going to be hard for me to compromise because I will want to know, what are you really in it for? And I don't know if I see anybody running my household. It depends. I can't predict the future. But I will not let that deter me from if love is knocking at my door. And I won't hold what anybody else did. I won't hold what my past happened in my past. I won't hold that against the next person. It's funny because I was with the babysitter. I was with Granny today. I love her. She's really is like my grandmother. And she said to me, "You're so sweet. You need to get you a sweet old gal." I said, "Gal? Okay." But I said it, I guess in due time. But yeah, so who it actually, with what this beautiful woman is saying, who actually will sit and fucking who will actually admit that a lot of the breakdowns are caused by the female of the house, or who will simply click off this video or push back and run from it? Either way, I don't mind the smoke. I ain't afraid of the smoke. Not at all.
His part, but I feel like what we see in society, the proportion of men who are actually just not playing their part is a very small portion. There's a lot of men, stand-up men, black men who stand in the paint. So funny, when I had a conversation with you and we were talking about abortion, actually, it's so funny because the point that I made even then, I have to bring it back up now. There's so many women who they have this thought in their mind that they're going to abort a child or that they don't want the child, right? And then you have a man that's there that's like, I'm cool, like whatever it is. The man ends up taking better care of the child, whether he didn't want the child, whether he did want the child. Once the child is there, ironically enough, the man will stand there, be there, whatever. A lot of times the women take all their emotions, their frustrations. You don't want to be with me, I'm not going to raise my child. You don't want to do this. They put their emotions at the forefront. It's unfortunate, but a lot of these women are self-centered. They think about their own emotions, their own feelings. And I feel like the core of what's missing in the Black community when it comes to women is their connection to spirituality. 100%. A lot of these women are just flesh, right? And I know, like, with that terminology, a lot of people will know what I mean. Their mind is just about things and what they can buy and what they can obtain and materialistic things, but they have no connection to the source of creation within itself. And so they don't even know who they are. They don't even know how to find direction. They don't even know how to find their center because they don't have any.
I know what you mean exactly when you say that, but
My bad. Gotta unmute my mic. My bad. Okay. I find it funny. That I find it funny because you know my views get when I have stuff like this on, my views tend to get low because I know most of the people who watch me are women. And is it because you know I'm not getting to the climax, no pun intended, quick enough, or is it because you don't want to hear this shit? And either way, it's all good with me because what this society, and I'm talking about specifically our culture with our society, motherfuckers don't like to hear the truth. Motherfuckers don't like to take accountability. And this feminist movement where blame men for everything, we don't need men, believe all women, is fucking stupid. Yeah, you can raise a kid by yourself. That doesn't mean that you should. What did Chris Rock say? You can drive a car with your feet if you want to. That don't make it a good fucking idea. And people want to put the negative stereotype so much on the Black man to push whatever fucked up agenda that has been since fucking television, since before television was invented or media was created. And it's refreshing. It does my heart good for a Black woman to sit up here and speak absolute truth. The silence on my chat tells me everything I need to know. It tells me everything I need to know. That unfortunately, people don't want to comment because what? I'm not judgmental at all. People don't want to listen because of what? Again, if I was talking about some messy shit, everybody would be comment, 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 comment. Now I'm playing some real shit. And what? And people don't like hearing the truth, particularly in our culture, particularly females in our culture. Don't like hearing the fucking truth because the system that you can run to and get a nigga put on papers or make a nigga look like a deadbeat dad when that's not the fucking case has trained you to think like that, or previous family experiences has trained you to think like that. That's why I take so much pride in raising my children. I do. I would like to think that my father would be proud of me. I would like to think that my father would be proud of the job I'm doing. Um, I don't need to hear it from anybody, but I take so much pride in raising my children because in this specific society, oh, a man is needed now more than ever because they're attacking the vulnerability of our young children and destroying our families. And and I've said this several times before, ratchet has become fashionable and it's not cute. Being ratchet, being fucked up, being disrespectful has become fashionable. And those kids who did that to that mother and those children need their ass whipped. That's what we need to really bring back. Ass whippings. Ass whoopings. I'm talking about nigga try me. Ass whooping. And because the lack of accountability that's not held that a lot of women don't like to have, I'm being real, has festered upon our children. Because our children don't like to be held accountable because they think they can say and do whatever the fuck they want to do because now they have electronic devices that they pay more attention to than the family in their fucking household. Am I going too deep for y'all? Let's keep it moving.
You know, I thought of some questions that I wanted to ask you ladies because another thing, humility in society, I think, is something that is missing. So I thought of this question because I will listen to the two of you where it would be hard for me to listen to other ladies, but the two of you, I can't, especially Miss the Crips sister. I can't wait to hear what she has to say about this. Me myself, I am a philanderer. I am a man who is of means and can afford to help females I deal with. Did you at least get that part? So because I am who I am, and I say I think that it's not as bad or whatever I want to come up with because I help females I deal with. Can I get a piece of y'all mind about a man like me who deals with more than one woman, but comes with the works to help them become what they possibly can be potentially? That's the way I said it. Or you could just break it down how you want to break it. I just want to know what you think about somebody like that. Hey, please be honest with me because my feelings don't get hurt easily. Craig Facts, by the way.
Yeah, Crimson,
But anyway, I can't wait to hear what you got to say. Give it, don't hold back. Knock me upside the head. This is who you got in your community. And I say about people and all this, but I know that that's one thing I do. And I'm standing on it. So what do you think about it? Men like me.
Here's what I'll say. Let me say this. I actually don't have an issue with men, if they're honest, being with more than one woman at a time. Honesty has always been my sticking point for that because I don't believe that a man
go ahead. I'm listening.
Huh? What'd you say?
I said, do we have your phone number? I'm just poking at you. Go ahead, sister. I'm just messing with you.
That's always been my sticking point for that. Just honesty. Because really the reality is men don't need to lie about that. If he dealing with more than one woman, let the women know that that's what's going on. They gonna G for it. And the reason why I say they gonna G for it is because anytime a dude have a man or a wife, don't the side chick always go for it? Oh. And when he tell the side chick the truth, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got a woman, da. And she be like, okay, you know, and all that foolishness. So that's my first point. Honesty, you know, give a woman a choice to do that. And that way they can't squawk about what they didn't know, and all of that type of thing. The second point is, I don't believe that people cheat on each other if they're not married and in a committed relationship with one another. Ain't nobody cheating on. A lot of these chicks that say they got cheated on was never in a relationship with the man to begin with. So they have not been cheated on.
Boy.
Now, third point. You want me to keep it real? We're going to keep it real.
Man, please don't. Please.
Now, when we talk about you, Mr. Corey, I remember that you did an interview with Cam Newton.
Yeah.
And you was talking about how you would assist these women.
Yes. Yes.
We're going to assist these women. And I'm not going to lie to you. I said, you know what? Corey kind of got some hyena in him. He kind of got that hyenaism in him. He is. but you got the hyena bug, you know. I said, but here's the thing that I thought, and you can correct me if my assessment is off. But the assessment that I made about that, as it concerned you from what I heard of that conversation, I said, you know, Corey, I don't think Corey sees a lot of women who are wife worthy. So therefore, he's not really working on that wavelength. If it's not a lot of women who are going to be wife worthy that are going to require him to do or operate differently than that, he don't not interested in operating differently with that. If y'all gonna be hoes, we gonna play with these hoes out here. Period, point blank. If y'all gonna be transactional, then it's gonna be what it is, because that's what y'all want. You got a couple of dollars rubbing around in your pocket, and these chicks is out here throwing box. If they want money, you want box. We can make a deal. We can strike a whole deal, because if that's how you're gonna play the game, you're not gonna be a good woman. You're not gonna be a wife-worthy woman. You're going to be in a situation where you're trying to call yourself playing me, and I'm not going to be played, because I'm not coming into this situation with you blind or, you know what I'm saying, naive, or thinking that you're going to give me a value that you're not going to give me. I know I heard what your mouth say, but we just trying to figure out what the mouth do, beloved. So I'm going to give you a few dollars for your hair and your nails and your bill or whatever it is that you want to do. And that's how we're going to play the game. So,
man, I just wish I could give these chicks a hug. I'm so serious. I'm dead ass serious. Because they get it. They get it. You know, I done said there's been a couple of people over the last month, maybe 2 months, who was, you know, coming at me, trying to throw it at me, but, you know, trying to slip in there. I may need to stay with you, bruh. Look. And the thing is, like, you cool, I fuck with you, but I got this going on over here, and I'm not having no distractions. So while I have sympathy and empathy for your situation, coming into my crib is a no-no. Like, thinking you're going to make this your residence is a no-no. No, absolutely not. You know, I'm not going to readjust my kid's life again for somebody who, you know, does basically, as soon as you don't hear what you want to hear, you all of a sudden turn the crazy button on. Because when I say something that somebody doesn't want to hear, it's not because I'm trying to be mean or difficult. It's because I'm being rational. And people just really, and women in particular, don't want to hear that. And y'all know it's true. Motherfuckers and people on and motherfuckers on this chat ain't gonna say a goddamn thing, especially if it's a woman. They're not gonna say a goddamn thing. But you know, it's true. Like, you know, I could help you with whatever situation you're in, you know, do more than I need to or that I'm supposed to. But as soon as I put up one boundary, everything, all the good has totally been erased. And I'm not dealing with that shit, you know. And wow, nobody, those individuals who I'm talking about, nobody took it there with me. But what happened is the messages stopped. the communication pretty much stopped. And all that does is tell me, you know, you wanted something. And, you know, I don't blame you for trying, but for one, I just, I'm trying to get myself to a certain level, and then I can really help other people. Even though I have, I can continue to help people because that's. I have, but living under my roof, no, nigga, no, no, man, that's just not. You know, that's not conducive for me right now. For one, I'm in a 2-bedroom apartment and it's 3 of us. Okay. My kids, they're a boy, that one's a teenage boy and the other is a soon to be 10-year-old girl. They're not sharing a room, and I'm not sharing a room with my teenage son. He need to have his own motherfucking space. He need to have his own space. He needs his own privacy. Now, you know, I'm a little funny about shutting doors because that's, look, you know, I know some of the things that I went through in my life when them doors were shut, especially when I had company. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. But you know, it's not that I don't care, but I mean, I had to tell my kids this 2 days ago when London had a book fair at school. And London waited till we were on the way to work out to tell me. And now her mom had texted me a couple hours earlier, but I didn't see it. When I'm on the bus, my phone is totally silent. You know, I don't see no messages. But and so when I talked to her mom, I said, well, she didn't tell me until we was on the way to exercise. And I told London, I said, look, you just have to let me know in advance, and it would have been no problem. But you can't tell me, you know, when the event is happening. And Kia said she was afraid. She was afraid to ask you. And London hopped and quick said, I'm not afraid to ask him, which I'm glad she did because I'm like, why? But if there is any fear of asking me for anything, you know what the fear is? Let me go full screen for a second. You know what the fear is? The fear is I'm going to say no. And I had to tell my kids, um, after I got off the phone with their mom, I said, look, there's no need to be afraid to ask me anything. But know this, that I'm not going to say yes to everything that you ask for. It's not going to happen. And it's not because I'm trying to be mean, but you know, you're talking about kids, especially London. She wants everything under the sun. And I'm not going to say yes to everything. I'm not going to say yes to everything when it comes to my son. Thank you, Jesus. He's about to start working. So anything he wants, he can get it himself. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to get, of course, I'm going to still do stuff. Of course, you know, I know where Roman's head is at. I know what Roman wants. What I'm going to put, what the direction I'm going to point Roman into when it comes to dealing with his money is, first of all, not spending it all at one time. And secondly, oh, dude, understand there are going to be some pieces of clothing that you are going to purchase for your school. I just want you to understand that. And I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to say yes to everything, but I'm not going to say no to everything either. You know, if it's something that's just ridiculous, I'm not going to say yes. You know, and like London at times will ask me for things that's just like, where I'm just like, no. And the blank look that I get or the sad face don't work on me. But my kids also know that there's nothing that I won't do for them, particularly, especially if it's within reason. And when it comes to females, unfortunately, there are women out there who, when they don't hear what they want to hear, all of a sudden, you ain't shit. And you get to a point in your life where you know what you do and what you don't want to deal with. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Then I guess I'm just not shit. You know, then I guess I just ain't shit. You know, it is what it is. You know, so let's keep it moving.
That's what I felt about that conversation, that specifically that you had with Cam Newton at that time. I forgot when you had it, but I said that's what it strikes me as for Mr. Corey. If there were more wife-worthy women, he would play by that rule book. But since it's not, and it's
Right
just
there.
these hoes out here, whatever.
Wife worthy is very rare in these streets.
Yes, it is.
I don't like to argue with people. I know what calms down 90% of the strugglers. I know what calms them down. So I give them that, and I get the fake time in their life. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. The fake time, lying to me, saying who I am to them, all that. I laugh, yeah, I'm this, yeah. Oh yeah, but here's the money. Do what you do, and stop asking me when I'm gonna call again, because that's not part of the transaction.
Pretty much. And if that's the type of time that the women are going to be on, in my opinion, they can't be mad about that, because women have transformed the way in which men relate to them. And I always say on my channel, women are the gatekeepers of sex and men are the gatekeepers of relationships.
Yep.
So men can't have sex if women don't say so, and women can't be married and in committed relationships if men don't say so. And
right.
if the women are going to be loose with that gatekeeping, if they're not going to really gatekeep, or they're going to enter into the realm of prostitution with it, basically, you know, I'm going to trade sex or sexual favors for my bills to be paid or my hair to be done or whatever lifestyle I'm trying to live, or I'm going to be a groupie or whatever level is happening on. You know, if you're going to play in that arena with men, then you can't be mad that the men aren't trying to fulfill better role or a higher role or a husband role, because that's not who you presented yourself as a woman. You didn't present yourself as wanting a husband. You wanted a trick.
Right.
Again, if I could give these women a hug, I would, because they get it. They get it. And the Crimson Cure said something really powerful, wife worthy. And that's becoming an endangered species. Like real shit. Especially if you've already been through a bad marriage. And again, what people seem to not to understand, and I get it, it's trauma. Everybody, most people who act like that have been through trauma, and I totally understand it. But then there's one word that should, if you truly have this one word, then you should understand that everything is going to be okay and everything happens for a reason. And that one word is faith. And people don't have it, particularly when it comes to being in bad situations. And anytime you get yourself into another one and, you know, you have a disagreement or something like that, some people are too quick to go to deja vu. And you have to understand every situation is different. Every person is different. Now, if you keep getting that, men, women, this is for men and women. If you keep getting with the same type of motherfucker, then you need to change it up. You need to change it up. You know, you need to change it up because, you know, there's an issue with you as well. And unfortunately, people don't want people. Unfortunately, people don't want somebody that's going to do right by them. They say they do. People don't really want to do what it is necessary to do to be a good wife. They say they do, but what they really want, you know, somebody who says that they wifey material and it's really not, what they want is the event. They want the attention, you know. And that's unfortunately a sad reality. You know, there are a lot of people who believe that they're wife worthy or husband worthy, But in particular, when it comes to the marriage thing, what people really want is the event. People want the show. They want to be the center of attention. They want to be the object of envy. But then, as soon as the fairy dust wears off, you see what you're really dealing with. For me personally, if you are a woman who is willing to do whatever it takes to be a good woman, a good wife, a good mother. I'm not saying I'm trying to replace my kid's mother, because I would never do that. But I mean, if there was a stepfather in the equation, I would want him to be a good dude. I wouldn't want him to be no riffraff ass nigga. And I'm just keeping it a buck. So if I find a woman and move and think that there's a future, if this woman is willing to do whatever it takes to be a good woman, a good mother, and again, understand what my expectations are, as well as me understanding what her expectations are, then there's nothing I wouldn't do for her. And have your shit together. Think rationally, not emotionally, because bad decisions are made in an emotional state. And I don't care who disagrees with that. I don't, because people need to hear the truth. People need to hold themselves accountable. I really didn't think of it that way, honestly, until Zach came on here and was talking about it. And then when I thought about it, I was like, he is absolutely motherfucking right. Yeah. Shout out Zach.
Now, River, I've met you before and we cool. Don't hold back. What do you think about the philanderers of society? But the ones that pay their way. I'm not talking about guys. I don't respect men who lay up off women. I don't respect that. If you ain't got no hustle, I can't even hang with you. But I'm saying there are men who give gifts for what they got. What about us guys like that?
Well, it's funny because even though I know you're saying you're not talking about the people who just lay up with women, but I think it would be doing the conversation an injustice by not bringing them into the conversation. I'm going to tell you why.
I fuck with her.
Because I think it's a proven fact that women will accept so many different things from a man as long as she's getting whatever she wants to get out of the equation.
Bingo.
So sometimes a man is coming to the equation and he don't got no money, but he got something that satisfies her.
He's nuts.
Whether that is intimately, whether that's emotionally, whatever it is. And she will deal with and be a part of and have kids for and be the proud representative girl number 4 in the equation. Go over to people's house, fight them for the man, all of the above to protect whatever it is that she feels that she's getting from the equation. Likewise, the same with women. If they see a man, hence why you have men like, artists. I'll just use, Chris Brown, for example. If you look on the Shade Room post of a Chris Brown post, you have all these women willing to be sister wives for this man who has a certain amount of income, who they think looks a certain way, whatever it is. Women are willing to share. And I think that there's a lot more women who follow the status quo of what the sisterhood says that women are supposed to do and are not honest with themselves. Because I like what Crimson said about transparency, about men being transparent. And because, if a man comes to the table and a woman wants you, she's going to deal. If you have multiple women, if you pay in your way, whatever it is, if she want to be a part of that, she's going to be a part of it. But also, I think that there's a lot of women who are delusional enough that a man will come to the equation and he's showing you completely who he is. And then you have the nerve to talk about, I can't believe you cheating on me, when he never showed you anything different. He never showed you that it was only you. He never showed you that he only wanted to be in a relationship with you. You took that situation of a man who was with multiple women and decided, I want this man, which leads me to the next point. There's so many women who are with men who they know, because there are so many men who are capable, either financially, emotionally, intimately, whatever way, or all of the above, and they are more than capable of being effectively with more than one woman at the time. And you have so many women who want that man to be their husband. But the man who says, I only want you, I don't want to be with nobody else, I'm looking for a wife, I want to have kids, I want to, the white picket fence, I want all this. They're like, no, I don't want that man. I want the man that all these women want, that has the capability of having all these women. I want that man to be my husband instead.
Man, I want more, and she bad too. If I could just give her a kiss on the cheek, because she just said the most powerful stuff. And she mentioned Chris Brown. Chris Brown also made a song called These Hoes Ain't Loyal. And people, they get it, man. They get it. They get it. It goes back to what I just said. Too many people, too many females don't want a man who's going to do right by them. They want the bullshit. That's more exciting. You got more stories to tell your friends. You can play victim more. Don't get it twisted. Now, I saw that Portia Williams situation with that bitch ass Karen, but there are black Karens out there too. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it confused. There are black Karens out there. There are black Karens roaming around out in these fucking streets who, again, as soon as you don't get what you want, as soon as you hear something you don't want to hear, all of a sudden, any progress, any building that you've done has totally gone by the wayside. And these women totally fucking get it. Matter of fact, I need to rewind what the hell she just said, because she get it. Boy, with your sexy ass, you get it.
Intimately, whether that's emotionally, whatever it is, and she will deal with and be a part of and have kids for and be the proud representative girl number 4 in the equation. Go over to people's house, fight them for the man, all of the above, to protect whatever it is that she feels that she's getting from the equation. Likewise, the same with women. If they see a man, hence why you have men like, artists. I'll just use, Chris Brown, for example. If you look on the Shade Room post of a Chris Brown post, you have all these women willing to be sister wives for this man who has a certain amount of income, who they think looks a certain way, whatever it is. Women are willing to share. And I think that there's a lot more women who follow the status quo of what the sisterhood says that women are supposed to do and are not honest with themselves. Because I like what Crimson said about transparency, about men being transparent. And because, if a man comes to the table and a woman wants you, she's going to deal. If you have multiple women, if you pay in your way, whatever it is, if she want to be a part of that, she's going to be a part of it. But also, I think that there's a lot of women who are delusional enough that a man will come to the equation. He's showing you completely who he is. And then you have the nerve to talk about, I can't believe you cheating on me, when he never showed you anything different. He never showed you that it was only you. He never showed you that he only wanted to be in a relationship with you. You took that situation of a man who was with multiple women and decided, I want this man, which leads me to the next point. There's so many women who are with men who they know, because there are so many men who are capable, either financially, emotionally, intimately, whatever way, or all of the above, and they are more than capable of being effectively with more than one woman at the time. And you have so many women who want that man to be their husband. But the man who says, I only want you, I don't want to be with nobody else, I'm looking for a wife, I want to have kids, I want to, the white picket fence, I want all this. They're like, no, I don't want that man. I want the man that all these women want, that has the capability of having all these women. I want that man to be my husband instead.
Man, she should have just dropped the fucking microphone and walked the fuck off after she said that, because she ain't say nothing but facts. She ain't say nothing but facts. And again, I'm gonna say it again. There's so many women. I ain't heard Nate's motherfucking woman on here take accountability or even agree Even if you don't roll like that. And it's crazy. It is crazy. No, my God. It's for real. It is so crazy.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy. You niggas are crazy.
Say it again.
You niggas are crazy.
And like I said, she should have just dropped the mic and walked the fuck off stage. For real. Because motherfuckers don't want to hear that. People don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to take accountability. That you would rather deal with a nigga who gonna do you dirty because it's more exciting and you can have more motherfucking stories to tell or more sympathy points or whatever. You know what? Real shit. Real shit. It's just crazy. It is crazy. It's sad because, but then you want to talk shit about a nigga when you got a nigga over here who is showing you exactly who the fuck he is. But it's so, you want to listen, you want to have Mary J. Blige, Mr. Fucking Wrong playing in your fucking head, and then when it's other people who are willing, who not even willing, I say willing like it's a chore, who want to, who will be honored to give you a great life. Nah, because you would rather deal with the fuck nigga, or you ain't got over shit that happened that had nothing to do with said person who's trying to do you right. Well, I'll be damned. I've had a female said it's sad but true. A female just said it is sad but true. God loves you. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that. God loves you. Yes. 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 I'm so serious. And that's real shit. That's real shit. But if you say that, then you're the bad guy. And you're the bad guy because you tend to make sense. You're the bad guy because you're thinking with logic and not emotion. You're the bad guy because you're not being a black ass Karen. Yeah, I said it. Give a fuck. You're the bad guy because you ain't a black ass Karen. And they say, but it ain't even about where the good men are. Lomar, the good men are here. The good men are here. But any good man with sense is not going to go for no fuck shit where being ratchet is fashionable and give me a project, bitch. No, I'm good over here. I ain't shitting on the project, bitch. There's somebody for everybody. But I'm not dealing with the bullshit. Again, once you get to everybody gets to a certain point in their life where they know what they want to deal with and what they don't want to deal with. And it's the good men are out here. Good men are out here. The problem is women be and they fucking hate women make. I'm sorry, women. Honestly, there's so many women out here that make it hard on themselves because they be in their own way. They be in their own way, and I will tell a woman, look, because I'm not dealing with the shit that I've been dealing with. You dig? It's women out there. I would tell a female what my expectations are. Tell me what your expectations are. For one, I'm not being put second fiddle to nobody. Not nobody. I'm not playing second fiddle to no motherfucking body. Because if it's about us, then it's about us. That doesn't mean that I'm telling you to cut people off, shut people out. But the same rules apply to me. So if you can become my number one priority, if we're going to do this, then I expect the same. And this is coming from a person who had to play second fiddle a lot. And I ain't doing that shit again. Fuck all that. I ain't doing that again. No. It gets lonely, but peace of mind is everything. Everything. And if you hanging out with your friends is more important than spending some QT, then do you. Do you. It is what it is. If you wanna deal with a nigga that's for the streets, then go ahead. Cause I ain't gonna deal with no chick who for the streets. I ain't gonna deal with no chick who, as soon as somebody calls you, friend, relative, whatever, you stop everything and you just go. No, I can't fuck with it. Unless it's an absolute emergency, unless somebody finna die, somebody just got there, somebody's real fucked up, it's an emergency, that's different. Come on, that's different. But just for the simple fact, because, and that's another thing I would tell anybody, put your people in their place. Let your people know what's up. Because people will not respect your relationship if you don't set the boundaries. Which means there's a part of you that doesn't respect the relationship. I've been there. And when I say I've been there, I have been the culprit. I ain't saying all this shit like I'm 100% a motherfucking victim. Okay? I ain't saying that. Not at all. Not at all. But again, the older you get, the more you know what you do and what you don't want to deal with. Real shit. Real shit.
Boy, listen, boy, I talk to y'all all day. We got Craig and Darlene here, so I never want to hog y'all all to myself. I'm gonna let them ask a question or whatever they want to ask, but I just want to tell y'all, I'm such big fans of y'all. And
Me too.
Crimson, I'm gonna be in Chicago, not this weekend, but next weekend. And I hope you and your peoples can come to the show. I don't know if you ever been to a comedy show before.
Been to a comedy show, and I don't live in Chicago no more.
Oh, okay.
I'm on the East Coast now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I hope one day I can invite you and your people out, because I'm a little bit of everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what's up. And like I said, it's like, just talking to both of y'all it made my day, because I know that sisters like y'all are needed, because there really is no voice of reason for the most part on the internet. I want to use whatever this platform is to be like, hey, y'all, check this out. It ain't all bad. Here goes some good people right here who got some good stuff to say. You know what I'm saying? So, Darlene, do you want to talk to the sisters or ask them about anything?
I don't actually have a question right now offhand, but much respect. And you know what? We'll time.
Before I get back to the video, again, I have nothing but the most respect for these women. And the reason why I do is because in today's society, particularly again, when it comes to our culture, the Black culture, it takes a lot of kahunas to actually get up there when we talk about Black women, to get up there and actually say the real shit and actually hold other women accountable, and not just play to this funky, fucked up narrative that's trying to go on, where you're just a victim and all this Black Karenism and all men ain't shit. And I salute these women. I salute these women. They're the type of women where if they wanted, where I would donate some money to them, just because they get it. They get it. They standing on business, and they standing on real shit. They standing on working together as a family, and not just trying to be, not just trying to build a brand on no dumbass shit or nothing like that. I salute them because they get it. They can talk the real shit. They can talk the real shit and hold people accountable. And I guarantee you, there are several women out here who watch this who probably fucking hate it. And those are the women who are the goddamn problem. Straight up.
We have spoken about this before. So now that their sisters around here, I can actually ask them directly. I sometimes, not necessarily on this show all the time, but more often than outside of here, get told that if I'm reporting a story, let's say, right, this is his show, I'm on his show, but I cover stories and people say, oh, well, you're not black. Why is she saying the story? Well, what am I going to cover? What am I to say? Is that, do you see that as a problem? Because I've gotten messages from people saying that, like, well, it's not your place.
They want you to report on everything happening in Mexico.
That's what I'm saying. They want me to say, I'm like, what? Then they'll end up, I just feel like then they'll end up complaining, like, well, that's not, why do we need to know about her? I don't like that story.
You can't make it happy. Somebody just said why Corey can't find a good woman. I got a good woman, by the way, but goddamn it ain't all in your business.
I thought I would actually get their opinion on that. I don't know.
Oh, but go ahead.
I'm always getting told though that stuff like I don't know what you feel about any of that. No, I don't know. I don't. I'm just asking you. Yeah. So see, I don't. And that's why I go.
You're doing your job. You have.
Like, what do they expect me to report?
That's the segment that you're doing, Miss Darlene. You doing a segment on news reporting. You know, things that might have been going viral or whatever the case may be, and that's what you're doing, girl. What they talking about in the chat room, girl? You can't make these internet folk happy. You'll be tap dancing on the moon trying to make them folk happy, and they still be mad.
Thank you.
I want to say something too, because you know why? When it comes to stuff like that, Darlene, you know, Crimson, I've seen it. You know, Crimson and myself are like, we're Black women. And there's so many women who have come for Crimson and myself. Oh, y'all don't like Black women, blah, 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 mammies. They call us all kinds of names, right? And the truth of the matter is if y'all at the forefront doing foolishness, I'm going to talk about it. I don't care what you look like. I personally do not care. If I can see a white, Spanish, if you're doing foolishness as a woman, I'm going to hold you accountable. I think we should be having a deeper conversation. Why are our women always at the forefront of the foolishness? Should be the deeper rooted conversation, but they don't want to have that conversation because then that would lead to accountability.
God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. I love these women. Man. I'm telling you, they get it. I fucking love them. Because they are telling it like it is. Am I sitting here saying that men are perfect? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. But the way that this thing is rolling is disgusting. It is fucking disgusting. And to hear, again, Black women get on here on a platform and say and talk that shit and say it with their chest, no pun intended, and just be real with it. And that magic word called accountability that too many of these people out here don't want, it's a breath of fresh air to me. It really is. I got to run that statement back by her one more again.
Darlene, you know, Crimson, I've seen it. You know, Crimson and myself are like, we're Black women. And there's so many women who have come for Crimson and myself. Oh, y'all don't like Black women, blah, 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 mammies. They call us all kinds of names, right? And the truth of the matter is if y'all at the forefront doing foolishness, I'm going to talk about it. I don't care what you look like. I personally do not care. If I can see a white, Spanish, if you're doing foolishness as a woman, I'm going to hold you accountable. Now, I think we should be having a deeper conversation. Why are our women always at the forefront of the foolishness? Should be the deeper rooted conversation, but they don't want to have that conversation because then that would lead to accountability.
Hey, now.
So then they rather deflect, oh, this, you know, you shouldn't be talking about this. They love to say that on the internet. Oh, y'all need to stay out of Black people business. It's all of our business. Y'all doing it publicly. Why can't we all talk about it?
Damn right. God damn it.
Exactly. 100% exactly. And I'm gonna tell you, to me, this is just my opinion. All of this shit started in the early 2000s with these fucking reality shows. Because, you know, people don't realize how influential those shows are. You know, I just stumbled across a Master P reality show, and y'all know I love Master P. And it's a Master P reality show that came out 10 years ago, and I was watching it because I support anything Master P. And it only got one season. You know why it only got one season? Because Master P is not going to do that bullshit just to appease some fucking audience. You know, there may have been disagreements, but the one thing that was known at the end of every episode is that I'm your father, you're my kids, I love you, I'm always gonna love you, and I'm always gonna be there for you. People don't want to see that. People want to see that ratchet ass love and hip hop shit. And the first it started with the fucking don't want to say making the band. I don't know if I want to go there, but the goddamn Flavor of Love, all those little funky ass love reality shows where you saw women acting ratchet as fuck. And then we got to all these reality shows. Then we got to Love and Hip Hop and Real Housewives of Who the Fuck Cares and motherfucking people with money. Then that's it. People with money on TV acting a damn fool. And you have a generation of mind warped African American women or women in general who think that shit is all right and think, oh wow, Bad Girls Club, all that shit. Oh, I can act this way and I can get paid for it. What y'all don't know about them reality shows ain't shit reality about it. Them shits is just as scripted as a motherfucker. There is the best reality show on television is sports. And I'm starting to have my reservations about if some of these sports are scripted. But sports is the best reality show because I'm pretty sure it ain't in the script for a nigga to break his leg. I don't think nobody's signing up for that. I'm pretty sure ain't nobody gonna sign up to be knocked the fuck out and damn near killed. No. But these shows, Flavor of Love, Real Chance Love, all that stupid shit, Bad Girls Club, Housewives of Kiss My Ass, Love and Hip Hop, Growing Up Hip Hop, all of these motherfucking shows where it shows people acting ratchet as fuck, not being held accountable, and being people with money acting a damn ass and making ratchet become fashionable. That is why if I was sitting there next to Miss Ariva, that would be my retort to that question. Why is it that black women are at the forefront? Because being ratchet was made fashionable. Being ratchet was made fashionable by people out there who just trying to get some money, not realizing that the whole purpose, the whole reasoning behind all of these shows is to dumb motherfuckers down. It's to dumb people down. And you get a chick who can get a bag. Oh, I do it. That way I don't need that nigga. All right. But they want to talk about my kids. Stupid bitches like Brittany Renner. Dumbass fuckers like her. Black ass Karens, high yellow Karens, whatever the fuck. Chicks like that who want to paint a narrative for as a mother to your child. You should be ashamed of yourself. Yeah, chicks like that who have contributed to why being ratchet is seen as fashionable. That shit is fucked up and it ain't cute. And I can't fuck with nobody like that. Nah, I won't fuck with nobody like that. Because I don't want my daughter to grow up thinking that that's okay. Because it's not. It ain't. I wish the fuck I would see London acting like that. And me and her would have a come to Jesus moment real quick. And I let her know, I did not goddamn raise you to be like this. In a heartbeat. And I'm only speaking for myself. And I'm not saying anything about her mom. But this is what I would say to my daughter. I did not fucking raise you to be like that. Not at all. So, fuck all that. Yo, what up, my boy?
What's good, man? Come to give you my picks as I said I would. I just got home from the movies and shit.
How was it?
They changed the storyline on my motherfucker, my characters. So fuck them. But whatever.
Hey, what movie did you go see?
It was just straight. The Wizard of Oz too, whatever. The Wicked, whatever that shit called, Wicked. All the kids wanted to see it.
Don't worry, and don't worry, chat. I'm gonna get back to what we talking about. My brother just is on here because he want to make his picks. We haven't come into Jesus moments here, my boy. But you know, I'm glad you came on here, because here's a family man who takes pride in raising his kids and will not stand. I guarantee you that my brother will not stand for his daughter to think that ratchet is fashionable. Am I saying something wrong, bro?
I don't know what's happening.
All
I get a little ratchet.
I was doing was talking about how being ratchet has become fashionable, and that's an issue with, particularly with the black community.
You talking about because of Glorilla and Lotto and all them?
No, I ain't talking about them. No, I'm not talking about them.
No, I ain't say you talking about them. I'm saying because.
Oh, I mean, no, actually, what I was because I was watching this video, the video that you see up here. And one of the ladies asked, why is it that black women find themselves in the forefront of all the chaos? And I paused the video just to say that if I was there, my answer would be, to me, it started in the early 2000s with all these reality shows, Flavor of Love, all those love reality shows, goddamn, Bad Girls Club, Love and Hip Hop, basketball.
That was my shit.
I mean, and
a bunch of good-looking bitches fighting each other.
Yeah, but see that, bruh, I ain't gonna sit here and say that I ain't never watch it, because of course I did. But it's like, when you think about it, I wasn't thinking about it then, but when you think about it now, you're seeing a bunch of women with money acting stupid, and you're thinking that that's the way to be. Would you want your daughter out there doing that?
My daughter ain't got nothing to do with what these little heifers out here doing.
There you go.
I could, you know me, I could care less about what somebody else doing who ain't paying my bills. So, to each his own. But yeah, I get where you're coming from, though.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
But anyway, what you think of that game last night? Good. Oh, shout out to Sean. He picked Houston.
Yeah, they was getting there. Like I thought that D-line was gonna get out the Josh Allen ass, and they showed it.
It ain't just the D-line, motherfucker. That defense is real.
Beat that ass. Because I knew you.
Yeah, shout out to you. All right, first game, Pittsburgh at Chicago.
Pittsburgh at Chicago. We gonna go ahead and give it to Pittsburgh.
All right.
No. Fuck that. We gonna give it to Chicago.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers' wrist hurt. Fuck that nigga.
Okay. New England and Cincinnati.
New England clam chowder. New England.
All right. They say Burrow's supposed to play. I don't know why, but I don't know.
Ain't nobody working.
The Giants at the Lions.
Giants at the Lions. Let's go Lions. But I'd love to see the Giants beat them. That would just be lovely.
Man, the Lions finna murder them niggas.
I know they is. But you know, a brother could wish.
Minnesota and Green Bay.
Green Bay.
All right. Seattle at Tennessee.
Seattle.
Indianapolis at Kansas City.
Oh, that's a big one for them too. Man, wouldn't it be beautiful if Indianapolis just handled Kansas City? They ain't been looking like the Kansas City. Like, you know what?
I would fucking.
I told you I'm behind. Let's go with Indy.
I would love that shit. The Jets at the Ravens.
Ravens.
Cleveland at the Raiders. Shador.
I'm gonna give it to Shador. If he can't beat these niggas, he don't need to be a starter.
But remember, but Cleveland's skill position players are garbage, though.
And so is the goddamn Raiders.
Well, they Bowers and Ashton Genty are better.
Well, Bowers. I can't talk about Bowers. Bowers a beast.
Yeah,
but you got Myles Garrett coming after Geno.
And Njoku and Jerry Jeudy. So we'll see. I pick Cleveland too. I'm picking with my heart. Jacksonville at Arizona.
Jacksonville.
Philly at Dallas. Atlanta at New Orleans.
This is a pick'em game right here. I'm gonna go with. Give me New Orleans.
Tampa at the Rams.
Hey, Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins is starting for Atlanta. Yeah.
No, give me Atlanta.
Okay. Tampa at the Rams.
This is a good one. Who do I want to suck again?
What did you just say? You want to do what?
No, I said, who do I want to suck again?
Oh, I thought you said I want to suck again. I was about to be like, nigga, you got something you want to tell me?
The fuck are you listening to? Give me the Rams.
Carolina versus San Francisco.
Give me Carolina.
All right. So Sean has Houston. He already had Houston. Chicago, New England, Detroit, Green Bay, Seattle, Indianapolis, Baltimore, Cleveland, Jacksonville, Philly, Atlanta, Rams, and Carolina. Correct?
Yes, this is my week. Shine upon me.
All right. Okay.
Give me the light. Give me the light.
All right. Well, yes. Well, I'm going back to cooking. You're more than welcome to stay and join me.
Hell no.
Because the next thing I'm about to talk about is that Gucci Man clone shit. The shit keep coming to my phone.
Oh yeah, fuck this Gucci Man. You talking about clones and shit? I'm finna go clone these ass whoopings out here. But y'all stay up, chat. I'm talking about big ups.
Big ups.
Right,
well, we'll see you on Sunday, bro.
All right, bro.
All right. Okay. Now, as I was saying, fuck these wannabe ratchet ass bitches. Oh, I'm sorry. See, look at me, got me out of character.
Because you was talking about them two women got kicked out the hotel and Beckham, so-called phantom bitch and all that shit, River. And I'm just saying, it's like, if it's on the internet, it's gonna get talked about. And if it makes you mad, I don't know how you take it personally, because the stuff that's said about me, I laugh at it, the lies and everything. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh yeah, really?
You got to, or just ignore it. Simply just ignore it.
Craig, what's happening? Craig, talk to the ladies.
Hello, beautiful women. Cribs, I feel like you're on the run for telling bad fortunes. You in the Caribbean somewhere? you in the Caribbean, baby.
Hey, Craig, get on my fucking nerves, bro. He's so stupid. But you know, the Crimson look like she can make some good chitlins. Yeah, I'm a message her, ask her. Just I know this may sound random, but do you cook chitlins? You look like you make great chitlins.
But,
not in the Caribbean.
Where you are? Yeah, you got a Jamaican vibe to you.
No, sir. Not Caribbean at all.
Okay, this is a serious question, because I hear a lot of black women in our culture are really obsessed with men having big old penises, right? So my question is, if a man is not Africanly endowed, does that make him less African? Like, are you like, you know,
stupid, Craig?
There's a nigga, I want to know, because that's a big conversation. Women always talk about how much size somebody got, and what does that mean to y'all? Is that
I can't fuck with that.
I'm gonna let Ms. River handle it. She's single. I'm gonna let her handle it. You go
I'm
first.
not single.
Oh,
I'm not single. But I will have the conversation. And you know why? Because I think it goes back to the same thing about what we talk about, like a man having more than one woman. And even when it comes to just a lot of the foolishness that we see on the forefront. And in my personal opinion, I think intimately that matters. Right now, depending on different reasons, some women don't want an African man to be too well endowed, because they feel like that's gonna, cause problems where they're not going to be able to be as effectively communicating with him on a frequent basis, if you understand what I'm saying. And you have other women who that's all that they chase. And so they get into a relationship with a man who is more than capable of being an amazing husband. But because they had their 3 or 4 phase and they've been out in the streets, they're unable to be happy within said relationship because of, you know, him not being a certain way. So I think, it, you know, it does matter. That space, it does matter. But it depends on a scale of who you're asking and why, you know, that it would matter to them.
Is who you with in society. Everything is who you with in society. Something I saw in the thing up there, it says about single, I mean the women not being available. It's not for me to talk about anything I know about River or the Crimson Sister, because I don't know a lot about them both, but I'm willing to bet they're not available for you motherfuckers on the internet, because when you find a woman that's about something, you normally cuff and hold on to her, especially once you a certain age, because you done ran through all of the riffraff. So when you find somebody who about something, you normally cuff and hold on to them. That's why when I see older women who are available, especially if they're attractive, I already know. I'm like, you're a nightmare. In most likelihood. It's not that way all the time, but most of the time, the women that are available, all you got to do is hang with them one night and you know why they're available.
Right.
All you got to do is look on their social media, you know why they're available. So what I'm saying is, all my guys, it ain't for me to say business about Crimson Tide or my girl River. Listen, if you want to find a good woman, and you're over 40, gentlemen, like the brother said, reincarnation is the only thing that you go do. Because finding a good woman once you get a certain age is almost impossible. You just finna get the women that everybody else do with. It's just don't nobody say that. You don't nobody say it. You finna get the bitches everybody else do with.
You got to go younger.
Always.
Or you got to go to.
She said not always, and I believe.
I said not
I'm so
throwaways.
glad to see that you guys.
You said throwaways?
Did she
I
say
said throwaways.
Oh,
said
not throwaways. But Crimson, I'm telling you, I'm out here. When you meet them and you say, oh, because they come across like they're good.
They do.
That's how most of us do. We come across like we're good. Most of us don't have the courage to say, I come with this. I have the courage to say, I come with this.
See, okay. And this is why when I have interest in a woman, this is why I want her to come to the crib, or I can go to her crib. But this is why I want to have an at-home style dinner or lunch, whatever. And the main reason why I ask people to come over here is I want you to get to know me. Now, me pre-marriage, if you came over to my house, if you walked into the dungeon, I mean, come on now. I'm just being real. That's a young nigga mentality, you know. But me now, when I want you to come over, it's because I want you to get to see me from the jump. I don't want you to meet my representative. You're not gonna meet my representative. Absolutely not. You're not gonna meet my representative. You're gonna meet me. So that way you know what it is with me from day one. You know what it is with me from day one. Because that's part of the problem in these relationships. You go out and you start off, you're going out on dates, you're going here, you're going there. That sets a false expectation. And most of the time you're getting the man's representative or you're getting the woman's representative. You're not getting the real them. With me, no, come on over. I'll cook for you. You ain't got to get suited and booted because, motherfucker, I'm not going to be suited and booted. I'm not gonna be suited and booted. I'm gonna be in some sweats or basketball shorts because you're getting the real me off bat. You know, so there is no false narrative. There is no false expectation. You're getting me. And a lot of people simply don't want to deal with that, you know. But, you know, that's that fairy dust.
And it don't stop nothing because I know the poverty in this country is going to keep me in business. But what I'm saying, Crimson, trust me, it ain't nothing out here. It's like a whole bunch of dead fish with about 12 of them in there still barely hanging on.
So tail moving. What if
go ahead, my bad.
What if it's a lady or a dude whose spouse passes? They 47. You know what I mean?
He died or she died because of the person they was with.
Oh, wow, that's silly.
I'm just saying, most of the time it be the person they with that they die.
Right.
I think it's circumstantial, but I do think the more that now I don't know. Okay, there's this sudden influx. I know that when I started having these conversations, and there was like a couple people that you can count. I see that there's a resurgence of all these women that are coming to the forefront. It's hard to decipher because some people are just doing it because they see it as an avenue to create, some kind of platform. But I see a lot more women than I had when I first started, like just randomly, like on Instagram or on TikTok, holding other women accountable. I feel like we just got to this place where so many women are tired of other women's foolishness that they like, hold on a second. I think these men are right. Hold on a second. I think Kevin Samuels was onto something.
He damn sure was.
I think this whole red pill space is onto something. Like I feel like that's the space that we're in right now because I see.
Are you aware of Joy
now.
Taylor?
No, who was that?
Yeah.
I know you know. Crimson, do you know this Joy Taylor woman?
Her name ring a bell.
There's a lady. She was on Fox television. Her brother was a great NFL player.
Oh, okay. I know you're talking about.
Now, I'm bringing her up because I might be, you don't have to answer it if you don't want to, but this woman is very arrogant online as she brags on a lot of things. She say she always lands the man she wants to go to and all this. Now, I'm gonna abbreviate my breakdown of this woman. This woman has fake ass just done, and
she got a fake ass now?
Fake tits. And she brags on her gene pool.
Sorry.
Do you have the right to brag on your gene pool if you got a fake ass and fake titties? I just don't understand how you can sit there and do it.
I'll still
if you bought your jeans at the table, at the operating table, baby, them was not your jeans. You bought them.
Hey, Joy Taylor could have fake tits. I'll still bury my face in them. That's just my opinion.
And you purchased them and you paid for them. Now, I'm gonna go back a little.
Unless the right woman comes along, I thank you.
A little bit of something to mentioning to Craig mentioning what about if your spouse died? And I'll say this much as far as women are concerned. If you're wife material, you always wife material.
Hey now.
Being a wife is not about being married.
Bars.
It's about being a wife.
Bars.
I got married for the first time when I was 20 years old.
Damn.
I was married for 20 years. He passed away.
Oh man.
I'm married again.
I know that's right, girl.
I know that's right.
So, and he passed away. I was 40 years old when he passed. I got married, I want to say 2.5, 3 years ago. I got married again. And so if you're a wife, you're a wife.
Yeah.
Regardless if there's a man there or not, because, and this is one of the things that I stress for women, if you're wife material, there are men out there who want to be married.
Bars. Let me run that back. Bars. Oh, I love them. I love them so much. I love them. Boy.
2.5, 3 years ago, I got married again. And so if you're a wife, you're a wife. regardless if there's a man there or not, because, and this is one of the things that I stress for women, if you're wife material, there are men out there who want to be married. They just don't want to be in the midst of a bunch of foolishness and with a woman that's not aligned with anything. To Riva's point earlier in the show that she made about not having any spiritual center, not having any sort of basis for who you are, knowing what's going on with you, so that you know whether or not you can align with a man or not. If you don't know what's going on with you don't know who to align with or what kind of man you need or what kind of man you would even want. So if you're marriage material, then you marriage material, beloved. If you're not, then you be my age, because I'm kicking 50 in the butt, and you be my age and nobody never wanted you. And you be like them fish that Corey said, scrimmaging around in that little 2 inches of water now trying to breathe.
That's right. River, go ahead. Y'all know you got something to say.
Yeah, I completely agree with everything she's saying, especially about you, like being a wife. You know, there's just women out there who it's just in you, and sometimes it comes from just how you were raised, and sometimes it just comes from you seeing being able to see the foolishness outside of yourself and seeing the women and your aunts and all these people and saying, I don't want that. And, you know, I salute Crimson for even going down that journey again, because some people, and understandably so, you know, after being married for such a long time, it'd be completely understandable if she was of the mindset of like, you know what, I don't want to do that. You know, I had that. I'm good for forever. But because she understands the value of marriage. And a lot of the people who have these conversations and they try to separate the two, it's because they don't understand. I always say it on my platform too. When I hear women talking about, oh, these men ain't good, I'm like, that's because you ain't never had no man take you serious. That's why you can speak like that. Because once you have even one man who decides to pour into you and take you and like you said, cuff you, lead you, guide you, protect you, like just bring out the best version of yourself, you would never go on anybody's internet and talk about these men are invaluable. Like the whole, you know, synopsis in itself, the unk itself.
Kids who can't get in the basketball game, they always are on the bench talking about coach don't like me. But anyway,
that's real.
I want to tell you something. Me and you and all of the crew, and I'm going to try to get RZA. I want to do some round table with us where we sit down and talk to the people and try to get the people some real information that will help them. Because listen, RZA Islam has been given his YouTube back. And I think that should be celebrated because he is a brother who says a lot of good things and gives a lot of good information to people. He was taken off because of that. Like some of our great men who have something to say, they're taken off the internet. RZA got his YouTube back. I know he gonna give us the game. And I'm hoping one day all of us can get together and help the people, because that's what it probably be called, a help the people discussion. Because I'm saying, y'all, I salute y'all. I just want y'all to know that.
I'd love that. I think that'd be amazing. Yeah, and I think you even sparked something, because I haven't talked to, or even Crimson and I have not seen each other in years. And I feel like we just kind of, it sparked this need for a continuation of this same conversation too. So we're going to have to link up too, because
we definitely
just,
have
to. Y'all link up and do things, because there's an audience of people who know you. There's an audience of people who need you. And there's an audience of people, whether they know it or not, they want you. So y'all make sure y'all get together and make it happen. And we gotta put some steroids in this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
I believe they should. I will be a supporter. I'm a fan of these two ladies now. I am, because they talk the real. They talk the real. They're not ashamed to, they're not ashamed to tell the truth. And motherfuckers don't want to hear the truth. Motherfuckers do not want to hear the truth. I'm gonna tell you something though, man. It's like I said, breath of fresh air listening to those women. It really is. Because we're made to think that we are so wrong. That we're so wrong with everything. And it's not true. It's not true. But look, let me tell you something. If I ever met River, if I ever met River, this would be this is how I would want to approach her. Of course, I would not, but this would be how I would. This is how I would want to approach her.
Hi, what's your name? Sunday, and yours? Sunday. You haven't had one Monday, and Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I need a clip. I got your name. Okay, so no. Try to sit over there. I got you. Can I marry you? No. Oh. I ain't gonna play with you, girl. Okay. Call me Spike. Wait for me over there, please, sir. Sir. I got you. Thank you. Wow.
Hey, that's how I would want to approach her. That's your knowledge.
Sunday. You haven't had one Monday, and Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I need a clip. I got your name. Okay, so no. Try to sit over there. I got you. Can I marry you? No. Oh. I ain't gonna play with you, girl. Okay. Call me Spike. Wait for me over there, please, sir. Sir. Stay over there. I got you. Thank you. Wow.
I'm just saying, she's gorgeous. They're both beautiful. Both beautiful. Like I said, Crimson look like she makes some good chitlins. Yeah, she do. She look like she makes some good ass chitlins. You know. Yeah, I would ask that question to her. Like, you make some good chilling, girl. You make some good chilling, girl. Now, the next segment I'm gonna talk about is, like I said, this stuff has been coming to my phone for the last couple weeks. I don't know why. It just has been. And I've been hearing about this for quite some time with Gucci Mane. You know, as far as the whole clone thing. And I keep getting these messages. I keep getting these videos. And it's like, damn it, man. Like, is this true? So, and if so, why?
Just left another funeral, I shed a tear. I'm still in disbelief, I can't believe it's real. I think about the memories, it give me chills. I'm wondering why they left the fake and took the real. Like, how the fuck we gon' lose Takeoff? Damn, he didn't deserve it. We don't supposed to question God, but damn, Takeoff was perfect.
That's crazy.
Just left another funeral, I shed a tear. I'm still in disbelief, I can't believe it's real. I think about the memories, it give me chills. I'm wondering why they left the fake and took the real. Like, how the fuck we gon' lose Takeoff? Damn, he didn't deserve it. We don't supposed to question God, but damn, Takeoff was perfect. I go from sad to mad, I've been through every stage of grief. We need some time to heal, but my
Man, that's creepy, right? That's creepy as fuck, right? Like, it is. So let me get down to the next video. And I noticed with some AI generated shit, but let's just see what it is.
The question I believe you're asking is human cloning.
Oh, yes, sir.
But let's start with the real question. The real question is cloning going on? Yeah, it is.
I knew it.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, let's just say animal cloning.
Oh,
right?
yes.
Let's.
All right, so that wasn't supposed to stop. I guess they want me to shut the fuck up. Is that it? That's crazy. Yo, that's nuts. Because that so was not supposed to happen. See, when you start paying attention to shit, when you start paying attention to shit, all of a sudden, that's wild, yo. That is so wild. That is. That is so wild. Because I did not have nothing to do with the strangers going black. Uh-huh. You afraid I'm on to something, huh? You afraid I'm on to something. See? They said you better go back to listening to God, boy.
Is human cloning.
Oh, yes, sir.
But let's start with the real question. The real question is cloning going on? Yeah, it is.
I knew it.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying let's just say animal cloning.
Oh,
right?
yes.
Let's start there. That's not a myth or
No, that's been known.
That's not a conspiracy.
These Hollywood cloning allegations just took a turn for the absolute worst because Cat Williams' videos are now going viral that basically backs up what might have happened to Gucci Mane. Now, there have been heavy theories that the real Gucci was unalived while he was in jail, and his body was cloned to stop the public from knowing what exactly happened to him. Again, there is no solid proof, but Gucci's real fan believe there are just a lot of physical and mannerism changes in this clone. It's unclear where exactly they are keeping the body of the real Gucci, but folks believe he is being kept in a secret location to cover up what really happened to him. This is something that people like Kat have also alleged.
Okay, now my question behind that would be, if the real Gucci was unalive, are you serious? Is this how pussy we've gotten? If the real Gucci was unalived in prison, why the fuck would they still have the body? What's the point? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. I'm being real. That makes no sense to me. Like, why would they do that? Like, if he did, then why would you still keep the body?
Happens in the industry, where real people get replaced by puppets. And this checks out with what Gucci's ex-girlfriend Mac Breezy said a while back. Mac explicitly said that she knows for a fact that Gucci unalived in prison and cloned while he was in prison. She said when she saw Gucci after he came out from jail, he didn't seem like the same Gucci she knew. Mac said there was something different about Gucci. He physically looked like Gucci, but there was no soul in him. It was almost as if he was just a robot that was programmed to be the best possible version of the real Gucci as possible.
Because, girl, you don't even know the real Gucci. Y'all think y'all know the real Gucci. Y'all don't know the real Gucci. That nigga parading around out here, that ain't the real Gucci, man. That's not him. I don't know where the fuck, honestly. Like, last time I seen Gucci was at Patchwork Studio in 2010. Cold Blooded was there. Was Mojo there? Yeah, I think Mojo, Cold Blooded. Like, that's the last time I saw Gucci in the flesh. But even free Gucci, you thinking what I'm thinking? Man, some ain't right. Gucci, is you in there? It's so blank, right?
Mickey also made similar allegations not too long ago when she put Gucci's wife Keisha on blast for being his handler. She said Keisha was paid by some powerful industry executives to keep Gucci up so they can control him. Gucci wife has been trying to be me for years, been dying for the spotlight for years. She's there to keep Gucci sedated. Charlemagne the Fraud is Jay-Z friend and business associate, using Heart Radio for these disgusting ploys against innocent families. He was around Wendy before her life went to hell. The buck stops here, baby. Bookmark this tweet. Y'all really do not understand who I really am. Bring it. Let's play. Y'all want...
Lord, I love Nikki, but boy, like Nikki, well, I mean, look, if it's true, then niggas need to be exposed, because that's fucked up. Like, and like, this is like, Gucci must be an important nigga for them to do that. Either he's an important nigga or he's just the test dummy. I don't get it, because why? Like, I don't. It doesn't add up to me. I mean, now, again, I've rock with Gucci Mane music. And I wasn't a diehard fan. You know, I never went out my way to buy no Gucci CD when he first came out and nothing like that. I mean, but all of his diehard fans seem to think that ain't him. And when I've heard, like I said, I've heard enough stories where it's like, did they really do that to that nigga?
Wanted attention? Let's do it. LAPD, where's the evidence of my home being swatted with a toddler inside 4 times? Drawn. Now, for those of y'all wondering how exactly they got Gucci in the first place, it actually started back in 2013 when he crashed out on Twitter and went against everybody. This man was dragging everyone, including Nicki, China, Flocka, and even Gotti. No one was safe. As if this wasn't bad enough, he was in the news again for all the wrong reasons. He was arrested for smashing a champagne bottle on a man's head in a club in Atlanta. And right after he got off on this, he got arrested again for threatening people in traffic. He went as far as resisting arrest and even tried attacking the officers. He was sentenced to 3 years but only served 2 years because of good behavior. It was while he was in prison that he supposedly started turning his life around. He put out a set of tweets admitting to being a crackhead and refusing help even when he clearly needed it. Woke up the other day out of this hospital bed, and I'm so embarrassed and ashamed of my behavior that was brought to my attention. I just want to man up right now and take this time to apologize to my family, friends, the industry, and most of all my fans. I'm sorry. I've been drinking lean for 10 plus years, and I must admit it has destroyed me. I want to be the first rapper to admit it. I'm addicted to lean, and that stuff ain't no joke. I can barely remember all the things I've done and said. However, there's no excuse. I'm currently incarcerated, but I will be going to rehab because I need help. I want to thank everyone who has stood by me during this difficult time. Please keep me in your prayers. People didn't think for a second that this was a clone till Gucci finally got out of prison and they saw just how different he looked. He went from being overweight to lean and healthy. People just couldn't tell if Gucci had really just changed or he was a clone. Around the same time, rumors started going around that Gucci had actually died in prison and was cloned. The rumors were fueled when rapper Hopsin made a video on Instagram and admitted to being Gucci's clone. He claims that he was approached by some secret agents, and they threatened to harm his family if he didn't help them cover up Gucci's death by agreeing to be his clone.
I've been personally playing for about 8 years now. It started around when around Illmind 5 when that came out, because the song was so big, and then they told me I had to kind of sacrifice something. They said you're gonna have to pay it back because you just put this information out there. This is gonna put people in the wrong mindset of what we're trying to do in society. So they told me that if I don't do these list of things, then they're going to hurt my family. And it was like an all white room, and they opened one of the doors, and it had a Gucci suit. A Gucci bodysuit. And I said, oh no, please don't tell me that is what I think it is. They said, yeah.
Gucci
Man, look. Man, look. That's crazy. Like, if that's true, then, just people keep your faith in Jesus. That's all I'm going to say. Because I don't understand the purpose and why harm somebody's. Why threaten to harm somebody's family just because the fuck shit that you're doing, it could possibly come to light. And they know that people probably would not, people definitely, people, good, decent-minded people would not stand for that shit. And that's crazy. That's crazy. This industry is a fucked up game. It just is. It's a fucked up game. It really is. And I push the envelope partly because 80 proof, and then partly because I just feel like this stuff should be known. People should be made aware of this stuff. And if this stuff is true, honestly, I just wish niggas need to just come out and say their agenda. They won't come out and say their agenda because they know people's natural tendency to be rebellious and be like, bitch, you don't know what's good for me. So fuck you and your agenda. But that's crazy. But why claim? But why again? Why clone this nigga? I don't get it.
Actually ended up addressing the clone allegations, and this is what he had to say. In a way, I feel like I grew. I kind of morphed into a different person. Shedding some of my old ways, I can say I grew up. I love the person I was. I love the person I am. And I love the person I grew to be. I tried to lose weight. I tried to take care of myself, change my thinking, my environment, and the ones that weren't benefiting me. Guess that's the transformation everybody's saying they can't believe, but I can believe it. Now, when it comes to Cat Williams, he didn't explicitly mention Gucci's name when he was talking about the cloning allegations, but a lot of people added 1 and 2 together and figured he was talking about Gucci because of the timing of the interview. He said the reason why Hollywood is able to clone these celebrities and play in our face is because they know a lot of people don't believe in clones, so it's easy for them to hide it in plain sight.
We don't believe that there's clones. We don't believe that because we don't feel like we have the technology.
What you'd have to do is make a clone brain dead. Figure out how to engineer a brain dead clone that'll grow organs for you. And then they'll make cloning legal, because then you'll never have to worry.
During a recent podcast appearance, Cat said there is definitely cloning going on in the industry. He said it initially started with animals.
That's what they gonna do. I remember when they started cloning animals. That was like back in 97, 98. But that's what they gonna do. They're gonna start cloning niggas, and they saying, well, when the actual version of you is getting sick, like if you need a new liver, a new heart, this clone version of you has a fresh one, and that can keep you alive, blah, 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 blah. That'd be a bunch of bullshit.
But after a while, they started testing on humans. Apparently, when these celebrities go out of line or they can't control them anymore, they allegedly eliminate them and then make clones of them so they can easily control them.
Do you think that there is actual cloning going on?
We know that there's actual cloning going on. The question I believe you're asking is human cloning.
Oh, yes, sir.
But let's start with the real question. The real question is cloning going on? Yeah, it is.
They made a movie about this 2 years ago. How many of you guys remember it? It's on Netflix. It's called They Clone Tyrone. How many of y'all remember that movie? They Clone Tyrone. They will tell you the shit, but see, people will say, oh, it's just a movie. Giving the fucking secrets away. And where is the drug at? It's in the chicken. That's how you get me, motherfuckers, because I love chicken. I love me some motherfucking chicken. I got to find me a farmer where I can get some organic chicken from. I ain't bullshitting. I do. I got to find me a farmer where I can get some organic chicken from, because I know all of this shit probably got some mind-altering chemical in there that make you want more and this, that, and the third, like on Undercover Brother.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, let's just say animal cloning.
Oh,
right?
yes.
Let's start there. That's not a myth or
no. That's been
that's not a conspiracy theory. That we are at the point where we have no problem cloning animals. If you lose a pet, you can send away to these companies and they'll
fucking remix that bitch and send it back.
Right.
Yeah.
At as close a proximity as you can imagine.
Yeah.
Right? That we know is possible. Okay.
As usual, people had their own thoughts, like this person who said, my question is, why would they not want him to die in prison? Why clone him? Lots of people die in the prison system. To them, it would have been just another dead black rapper. Who cares, right? So what's the benefit of cloning him and not letting the world know he died? I don't understand. Well, I will explain it to you. He is not just another black rapper. He is Gucci Mane, and he is successful. And a dead artist or an artist that they can control is much more profitable than one that keeps lashing out. They can milk them as long as they want. So maybe they did really clone him. Another person said, I love how Cat is so honest, straight to the point. Like, don't come asking me no half-saw questions. Say it with your chest. What are you really asking for? But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about Cat exposing the cloning going on in Hollywood? And do you really believe Gucci is a clone? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.
Lord, see, They know what attracts audience. See, that's what I still don't understand. Like, if you clone Tupac, I could understand that, or Biggie, or Nipsey Hussle. Why clone Gucci? Why? I don't get it. Like, I don't understand. And I'm not saying like because I'm pretty much a believer. I'm about to be a believer. But why? But why him? Unless he's just your test dummy. Unless he's your test dummy. I truly don't understand. I don't get it. I really don't, because it's like him. Why him? Him of all people. But it is what it is. Now, before we get out of here, because I've really been thugging this one out. I've been thugging this one out. But we have a video I'm about to play now. We haven't watched it in a while. So I think we need this. With all of the shit that's always going on, we need this. We do. I know somebody who's about to die laughing. Yeah.
Belong in the horsehair belong on the horse's ass. Horsehair belong on the horse's ass. That's where it belongs. Don't belong on your head. I would enact legislation that you can't have braids if you work in a hospital. You're standing there trying to give the patient an IV and your hair is dropping in their mouth. They can't breathe, their eyes are open, they're chewing on your hair. Don't know what happened to them. You can't have braids and false hair, horsehair in the hospital. Horsehair don't belong in the hospital. Horsehair don't belong in the restaurants. Horsehair don't belong in the schools. Horsehair don't belong in the horsehair belong on the horse's ass. Horsehair belong on the horse's ass. That's where it belongs. Don't belong on your head. I would enact legislation that you can't have braids if you work.
Oh, Pastor Manning, how we've missed you. Just your host.
Let me tell you something about black folk. Let me tell you something about Negroes. Let me tell you something about niggas. It's who they are. Black women are player lovers. The future of you African and African American people is in my mouth. It's not in your hand, it's in my mouth. And I don't have to compromise with not one of you nappy head people. If I don't stand up, I'm your last hope. I'm your last hope.
Again, I will ask this question again. The people in the back, he must have preached that sermon to the people in the back. He had to have preached that sermon to the people in the back before he went live. Because ain't no way and ain't no fucking way that you can stand in the back and listen to him the way he's saying it and keep a straight face. Either that or he drugged them niggas. One of the two.
After me, there'll be no hope. Farrakhan didn't get it for you. Barack is an emissary of the devil. I'm your last hope. Use these measures against that long-legged Mac Daddy called Barack Hussein Obama and his entourage of haters of God, haters of the Lord Jesus Christ, haters of the American way, haters of the great American state. They are haters, I tell you, of the good of God, and they must be stopped, and they must be stopped now. It is the collard green revolt all over America who say they hate me now, and these young black folk like some of y'all who are against me because I call Barack Obama trash. First of all, your daddy probably didn't marry your mama. What a bunch of fools y'all are. What a bunch of King Kong Godzilla gorillas. Yeah, you are hung low. You look just like King Kong, his brothers and his cousin. I heard there's only 700 of y'all left over there in Rwanda. Hung low, you better go join the crowd so you can use your education and your hung low to make more gorillas over there in Rwanda. You are wicked. You are wicked. I'm talking about black people. They need Mr. Obama's signature for the next murder to take place, for the next rape to take place, for the next genocide to take place, for the next abortion to take place. It needs the signature of Mr. Obama. Y'all are a despicable, despisable group. You are wicked, incorrigible people. You black people, you are cursed and incorrigible. Next time you see one of those rallies with Obama and all those young black men standing there and behind Barack, grinning for the camera, every time you see 3 of them, 2 of them are not paying child support.
Yo, I'm not playing this because I agree with this. I'm playing this because it's fucking hilarious.
So I'm here today to tell you, when I got saved from being an African American. Don't call me that. It's not what I am. Now you can be what all you want, but I'm not an African American. I no longer am an African American. Don't call me. Don't expect me to act like you. I'm not one of you. No. Not only am I not an African American, but I'm not a black man. Don't call me that either. Don't you call me a black man, because I'm not. There was a black man. Yeah. I don't want to be a black man. I don't want to be a nigga either, but I don't want to be a black man.
That is always where I lose it. That is always where I fucking lose it. Yes, Lomar. He said the collard green revolt. Hey, if you are having a bad day, just go to the best of Pastor Manning. This motherfucker will not let you down. And again, who is paying this nigga? Who is paying this nigga? A black man. I'm too mature for this shit. Oh, man.
A black man, because I'm not. There was a black man. Yeah. I don't want to be a black man. I don't want to be a nigga either, but I don't want to be a black man. I don't want to be African American. I don't want to be one of y'all. And all the black pundits blaming George Bush. Bush ain't had nothing to do with the fact how wicked y'all are killing one another. People are trying to survive, and they can't even lay down without being raped by some old no good, low life black man.
See, even he can't take himself seriously. Like, oh my gosh. Oh boy. I've been tired this whole almost 2.5 hours. I really have been tired. I'm so serious, but oh my goodness. You know I have to lighten it up some, you know, and this motherfucker right here. Now, I don't have the same opinion as the Obamas as I once did. I don't. But it ain't like that. I wouldn't disrespect him like that. But his tenor and his tone is what is hilarious. It is. It's what's hilarious. And I like I said, who's paying this nickel? Hey, look, bro. Look, no horsehairs. No horsehair in the school. You know, it is what it is, dog. I had to.
You despicable group of people, you African, you Jesse Jackson, you process head Al Sharpton, you are despicable. I'd rather be dead than to continue to live and call myself a black man. I'd rather die. Death is welcome rather than to call myself you spineless black man.
So my question is, what does he see when he looks in the mirror? What does he say? I'm not a black man. I'm a brown man. I don't know. Like, what does he see when he looks in the mirror?
I don't want to be one of you. I don't want to be one of you weak men, weak people.
How much do you want to bet one of those dudes standing behind him just want to hit him in the back of the head with a cup They just want to fill up a cup of hot ass water and just hit him in the back of the head with it.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. And that's how black men see themselves. They think they are the pride of the universe when it comes to sexuality. They strut around, we don't need a job. We got a job between our legs. We don't need.
Hold on now. I don't know many black men who have thought that. I don't know. But I mean, you know, I must say I'm not too shabby, but that doesn't mean that I don't need a job. Man, please. And please, you know, that one, nah. You know, I can do my damn thing. I do my things when I do my things, but nah, I gotta keep that gig, gotta keep that dough, you know, because I got kids to raise. I got kids to raise, and I'm a black man.
Need a bank account. We got a bank account between our legs. Yeah. That's how black men think. Oh, yeah, daughters, that's how they think.
You know, we got a whole lot of black men that ain't nothing but cowards. They just sick to your stomach when you look at a black man. You need help. You need prayer.
Well, look, I look at it this way. You know, if you've been watching this the whole time and you want to say, hey, you've been playing stuff about black women, there you go. Pastor Manning, there you go. He'll even it out. There you go. There it is. So it is what it is. But anyway, I'm about to get up out of here. I feel I'm tired. I'm starting to think that yeah, I do. Yeah, I need prayer. I do. We all do. Of course, I need prayer. Yes, I do. Absolutely, I need prayer. You know, and I pray every morning. Thank you, Heavenly Father, every morning. You know, so I guess if Pastor Manning met me, I guess I would just be nothing but a black heathen, a black man. You know, so I would tell him, hey, old nigga hating nigga. I'm a black man and I raised my 2 kids. I'm a single dad. I handle my business. So I guess I'm a black heathen, huh? You know, whatever. But and I would then ask him, who's paying you, nigga? You know. Oh, well, I appreciate it, man. I have all you guys in prayer, man. I appreciate that, man. You know, so, but I'm going to get out of here. I don't know if I'm tired or if I'm coming down with something. I guess I'll know in the morning. But anyway, thank you guys for thugging it out with me. I will be back on Sunday at 7:45 for the Sports Plus Life post-game show. But from that point, after I get off this live, I'm shutting the fuck up. I'm going to talk as little as possible because I want the rest of my voice back. I got a lot of stuff coming up in the next month and some change for the end of the year. And I need to be at top notch. So it's your boy, Brandon Bravon Towns. I'm out this bit. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful Saturday and Sunday. I will see you guys Sunday at 7:45. Peace. Love you. I'm out there, bitch, and I do want to be a black man. I do want to be a black man.